Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Dominique, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, coming back at you guys for another video. So today's topic is going to be a little different. I'm going to take it to a different angle. I'm going to talk about how the Army helped me get over my biggest, most obscure weakness or fear. This is something I did not know I had. I kind of thought I had it in the back of my head, but I never outwardly expressed it or said. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about what's going on with them. And I feel like this is one of the single-handed biggest things that the Army gave me. So one of my biggest fears, or my biggest fear, is I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of falling or snakes or animals, tigers or bears. My biggest fear or weakness, I believe, was my fear or my weakness of being alone. And I cultivated and fed this inner weakness or fear of mine by continuing to deal with people that I shouldn't have been dealing with. So I'm a kind person. A lot of people have this. A lot of people have this problem. A lot of people are kind or nice to a certain extent, and then they get taken advantage of. Their outgoingness in their willingness to be there for other people, like my heart. I have a big heart, okay? I have a big heart, YouTube. If you guys couldn't tell, I got a big heart. And that was something that was taken advantage of. And that was taken advantage of by, say for example, my best friend. And so what the Army did was it put me into basic training. It put me into an environment to where I could just pick up the phone and call somebody. There's a saying. The saying goes, don't make someone a priority when they make you an option. One of the things you learn in basic also is to get a 2 a.m. friend. Get somebody you could, pick up the phone, call, hey, what's going on, yo? I know it's 2 a.m. They're like, oh yeah, no big deal. What's up, bro? What's up, girl? You want to make friends that are good for you. Now, you're not gonna have a ton of 2 a.m. type friends, right? But the thing is that you will have some. So the thing is going into basic training, going into BCT, going into that environment, especially not knowing what to expect, I had to adapt, overcome, and survive by myself. Now, my best friend was the only friend I had, my only true, I would call him through everything. And he wasn't there to call, obviously. I didn't have my phone. And so that put me in an environment where I had to survive and adapt and overcome on my own. I had to be able to move, shoot, move, and communicate. If you're in the Army, you heard that before. Shoot, move, and communicate by myself. I had to be able to find my problems and not, hey, yo, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I couldn't rely on somebody else. I couldn't depend. That dependability was not there for me. Now, keep in mind, I'm an independent person. He was my only real friend, my real best friend, my brother, my blood brother. I feel like if we had the same blood, I don't feel like anything would have changed. But that's just my mind deceiving me. Because you could have asked my actual real older brother, asked my mother, and they would have told, and they would have came out and said, hey, he's not really there for you. You know that, but you're trying to continue a friendship and trying to cultivate and nurture a friendship who's treating you as an option when you put him as a priority, when you're there for him anytime, any place. So let me give you guys an example. It hurt my soul, right? hurt my soul, right? When, y'all know I graduated from OCS, biggest day of my life, guys. Like literally the most important day of my life. Absolutely, there is not one other day I could think of, probably besides my wedding day, that's gonna be more monumental than that day. Y'all know he wasn't there, right? It was more of a, he couldn't make it because of money. That's not the factor here, because when you make as much money as he does, money's not really a factor when it comes down to it. Oh, he could have drove down my brother. My brother couldn't make it, but that's my older brother. He's got other things going on. But I expected him to be there, especially when there was nothing stopping him. Like, that hurt my soul. Like, that hurt my soul so deep that he was not there for the biggest day of my life because of money. He knew 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, so it's not like he couldn't take the days off work. Works from home all the time. So, that's just an example of my best friend, or the person I called my best friend. And there's some other things too. There's definitely some other things where I feel like I've been there for him, so it shouldn't take a million days to get back to a phone call from me, you know. But nonetheless, I just want to tell you guys that this is how the Army broke me of my biggest fear or weakness. And it's not a fear, and it's not a weakness of being alone again in a relationship. It's a fear of being alone without a friend, with somebody to depend on. Because, you know, sometimes in life I learned that you are the only person that you can rely on. You are the only person that you can depend on. And 2 weeks in, when I had to be like, either adapt, overcome, and survive, when I'm so used to being secluded and by myself and having like my mom, my best friend, or my brother to call, I had to figure out how to do that on my own. You know, find my own strength, find my own inner strength. And I just want to say, like, this is what the Army did for me. It's how I overcame my biggest weakness. I love y'all. Take care. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys know you can always hit me up on Snapchat or Instagram. Instagram at KidThunder2, Snapchat at Clout95.